Sister Wives, Kody Brown's focus on his wives looks explained. It will shock you. When Sister Wives first premiered in 2010, the goal was clear: to portray Kody Brown and his 4 wives as a functional, loving polygamous family. At the time, the Brown family hoped their story would normalize plural marriage and challenge negative stereotypes. But as the series unfolded over the years, what was meant to be a wholesome portrayal of unity slowly unraveled into a raw and painful chronicle of a family falling apart. One underlying theme throughout the show has been Kody Brown's intense focus on image, and how that obsession extended not just to himself, but deeply affected his wives. Kody, who shares 18 children with his 4 wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, has always seemed fixated on appearances. From his signature golden curls to his favorite convertible, Kody made it clear that how he looked, and how his family looked, mattered to him. Fans often noticed how polished he appeared, especially in earlier seasons. But behind the scenes, this image consciousness wasn't just about his own vanity, it had consequences for the women in his life. Christine Brown, his 3rd wife, opened up about this dynamic in season 19 of Sister Wives, offering insights that shed light on how deeply Kody's desire to maintain a picture-perfect image shaped their lives. According to Christine, Kody's standards didn't stop at personal grooming or public appearances. He also expected his wives to maintain a certain look, especially when it came to makeup and beauty. Kody liked makeup, Christine admitted during a recent episode. It was like you had to always look nice. It mattered to him so much. Her statement wasn't just a passing remark, it pointed to a long-standing pressure to look a certain way, even during the most ordinary or unglamorous moments of family life. Christine recounted one particularly telling story that highlighted Kody's priorities. She and Janelle were working hard during a family camping trip, making breakfast, tidying up, and doing all the hands-on tasks that come with taking care of a large group outdoors. Meanwhile, Robin, Kody's 4th wife, spent the morning in the camper doing her makeup. Christine noted that Robin took her time, ensuring she looked flawless, even in the middle of the wilderness. And Kody noticed, he praised her appearance, seemingly overlooking the hard work Christine and Janelle were putting in. It's no secret to longtime viewers that Robin has often been seen as Kody's favorite wife, especially in the later seasons. Christine's story further reinforces the belief among many fans that Kody's admiration was often reserved for those who met his aesthetic expectations. Whether intentional or not, his compliments, or lack thereof, left an emotional mark on his other wives. Christine's comments were more than just reflections of past frustrations, they were part of a broader narrative that explains why the Brown family ultimately fractured. For women like Christine and Janelle, who valued authenticity, hard work, and emotional connection, Kody's focus on superficial appearances became increasingly hard to bear. It wasn't just about putting on makeup, it was about feeling unseen and unappreciated for the contributions they made to the family. Kody's decision to marry Christine also seemed to stem, at least in part, from how it benefited his image. Christine came from a well-known polygamous family, and marrying her boosted Kody's status within their religious community. According to Christine, that connection played a significant role in their relationship's origin. Rather than being rooted in love and mutual respect, their marriage began with Kody seeking validation through association, yet another example of his concern with how things looked to the outside world. As the family began to splinter, particularly in seasons 17 through 19, Kody's tightly controlled image started to fall apart. Viewers watched as his relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Christine deteriorated, each wife walking away from the marriage in her own time. What once was a story of plural harmony became a cautionary tale about control, ego, and emotional neglect. Kody's inability, or unwillingness, to nurture meaningful, equitable relationships with all of his wives came into sharp focus as the show progressed. His image as the confident, doting patriarch was replaced by a more complex, flawed picture of a man struggling to keep the illusion alive while his family crumbled around him. While Sister Wives began as a show about a united family, it evolved into something more honest and revealing. Christine's revelations in season 19 only confirm what many fans have long suspected. Kody's fixation on appearance affected not only how he saw himself, but how he treated those closest to him. In the end, the pursuit of a perfect image couldn't sustain the reality of four very different women with their own needs, values, and voices. Now, with 3 of his 4 marriages dissolved and the cracks in the family more visible than ever, Kody is left facing a truth he long tried to avoid: no amount of polish or image control can fix what's broken at the heart. The infamous camping trip remains a sore memory for the sister wives, and each woman seems to recall the incident in a different light. According to Kody Brown, the events unfolded quite differently than what was later discussed by her fellow sister wives. Kody claimed she had been extremely sick the night before, vomiting and feeling completely unwell. The following morning, she said, she was just trying to get herself together and prepare for the day. In her version of events, she wasn't trying to make a statement or be dramatic, she simply needed time to get ready after a rough night. However, the other wives remember that morning quite differently. In particular, both Christine and Janelle Brown recall Kody spending the entire morning at the campsite applying makeup, seemingly in perfect health. Christine was especially upset, interpreting Kody's behavior as a way to draw Kody's attention. This moment stood out as one of the many times Christine felt that Kody showed a clear preference for Kody. Whether it was Kody's looks, her demeanor, or the way she seemed to always need Kody, Christine often felt pushed aside. Janelle, Kody's former second wife, also remembers the camping trip and the moment Christine referred to. Now 55, Janelle has always had a more relaxed and independent approach to polygamy. While she agreed that Kody had indeed spent that morning focused on her appearance, Janelle chose not to let it bother her. For Janelle, things like makeup and competition for Kody's attention never held the same importance. She didn't need constant validation from him, nor did she feel the urge to compete for his gaze. In fact, Janelle had long found comfort in the structure of plural marriage. While Christine often struggled with feelings of neglect and wanted more one-on-one time with Kody, Janelle appreciated the space polygamy offered. She enjoyed her independence and was content with Kody not always being around. This difference in personality and expectations created a noticeable divide between the two women's experiences in the family. What makes the camping incident even more controversial is that TLC footage later contradicted Kody's version of events. In the scenes aired during the episode, Kody appeared healthy and was calmly doing her makeup at the campsite. There were no signs of illness, as she had described. For viewers, this only added fuel to the long-standing belief that Kody showed blatant favoritism toward Kody and often dismissed the feelings of his other wives. The camping trip served as a turning point for some of the wives, especially Christine, who increasingly felt unseen in her marriage. For Janelle, however, it was just another example of how differently each wife experienced polygamy, and how tolerance, independence, and self-assurance helped her navigate the unique challenges of their plural lifestyle.